She had her hands full to start the day with that Oral Roberts team, Kayla, which I know when we talked the other night, you knew what kind of an opponent you were about to face. I mean, that record is not real indicative of just how talented of a team they is. They played a very difficult schedule, and they showed what they were about the other night in Brookings. But what was it about today? Your offense got going early and really just never slowed down.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this Oral Roberts team is really good, and like you said, their record, I told our girls, throw it out the window. They've played a really, really tough schedule, and they've been competing with such good teams all the way through the season so far. So I knew we were going to get a high-powered, fast-moving offense. They lead the league in scoring, and certainly had a good showing 2 nights ago, putting up a lot of points. So with the personnel that they have, so we knew we were going to have to slow them down in transition. I think the good part was our defense was just locked in. You know, I feel like we really, for 2 games now, have really been laser focused on executing the game plan. And I think I give our players a lot of credit for being ready from the get-go. You know, and offensively, you make some shots and you start to feel good and put it all together. So all in all, really proud of our kids for the way we played today.
Yeah, you mentioned the defensive field goal. You hold them to 28% shooting. You guys shoot 56%, so essentially you doubled up their production from an offensive standpoint. Specifically with Grace, though, I know she had some foul trouble today. 31-8-8 the other day against Kansas City. 20 minutes, 17-5-5. What is there to say just about her maturation and her ability, quite frankly, to just stuff a stat sheet?
Yeah, I mean, she's just really an impact player. She makes an impact on the game in so many different ways. And, you know, and we could see that when she was off the floor a bit, you know, who we are and had to deal with that, her being in foul trouble. But I think she, you know, came back in and was really efficient scoring the basketball. And it gave our other guards a really good chance to handle pressure and to be able to bring the ball up against the press. And everybody's getting that great experience. So, you know, I definitely think she leads the way for us. But she also finds a way to really just get her teammates involved. Like you said, 5 assists today, 5 rebounds. When she does that, she just makes such a big impact for us.
Well, and I know one of the questions that you've had and one of the things you've been trying to figure out is on those nights where maybe Grace might be off. Unfortunately for you, she doesn't have many of those nights. But when on a night where she is or when an opponent might be able to take her away, who's going to help us and how can we rely on some of these other players? You put 5 players in double figures tonight. You had everybody in there except for Sophie Hayden. She's the only one. She came in late that didn't score. Every one of them had at least, let's look at it, 7 points. The ones that contributed major minutes tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've been saying that from the start. We really have such a balanced group. You know, I know there's a lot of focus on Grace, and she's a really talented player, so I think there should be a lot of focus on her in a lot of ways. But we do also have all these other players who, it could be anyone's night. It could be somebody stepping up and like Morgan, great night tonight, you know, and it's been waiting to happen for Morgan. She's right there. She's had some open looks lately. So proud of her for going 3 for 5 from the 3-point line. But I love that. Lexi Hempy, we got her to take a bunch of shots tonight. I think that was great. She was aggressive. We just got everybody really involved. And I love that about this team because they want it so bad for each other. And I don't really think that they care at the end of the day. I think they want to be aggressive and they care that we got the dub. But they are much more about that than they are getting their own shots. And then that way, we're a little bit more challenging to guard and to really figure out. Because it really could be anybody's night. So really proud of a lot of people for stepping up.
And then honestly, as you get forward and move forward in Summit League play, you start off 2-0. What do you have to do to continue this momentum? I know there's going to be a little bit of a break, but with the way your offense performed today and then rebounding-wise, plus 30 on the glass, I mean, I'm not sure you're going to get many nights like that, but all the stats were in your favor in this game. How do you just take that and basically show your team this is how we can be this season?
Yeah, well, it's momentum, right? Now here we are breaking for Christmas, and
right.
we're really rolling. But you know, I think it's our mindsets. I think, you know, we've been challenged a lot with a lot of adversity and a lot of injuries and a lot of lineup changes, and we don't look the same as probably we thought we were going to look this summer. And I really give our kids credit and our staff credit for sticking together and saying we are who we are, and we just have to really go out and play possession by possession, defend and rebound. You talked about rebounding. It's been a real focus for us, especially the last couple games. We know when we can out-rebound teams, we have a great chance of winning. We almost always win those games. And so it's been a real focus, but I give our kids a lot of credit for buying into that and really sticking to that game plan. But yeah, you're right. You take that momentum, you keep it rolling forward. We talked at the beginning of this week, this is a new season. Everybody's 0-0. For us, that felt really like a fresh start. That felt really like a chance to go make our mark on the league now. And despite our record, we've grown and we've progressed. And I know sometimes it doesn't always look like that with the end result. You just have to keep your kids believing in the fact that they are getting better, they are developing. And again, just really proud of them for the way they stuck together here today and the performance they had.
Well, it's all showing up in the standings right now, and that's always good news. 2-0 in the Summit League. Congrats, Kayla, and
Thank you.
have a good Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas, everybody. Go Yotes.
All right, Kayla Karius, fresh off her team's